Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Rebels will put total leather and we'll get started. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. The Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trying play action. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that's exactly what this defense wanted to do coming into this game. They wanted to set up third down so they could let their pass rush take over. They feel they've got a shot to be really successful if they can force the opponent to live in third and obvious passing situations. And that time, on the first third down of the game, they take advantage and get the sack.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Knight. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Nice job by the tight end making the catch and playing physical. You're a big body guy, man. Make him feel that. Nice job breaking an extra tackle, getting some extra yards for his team.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. The give on the inside. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive.
42 Spider, Terrier, Timber.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply...
Oh, he's got some space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Arkansas.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's great. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Scanning the field, it's Knight. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Ole Miss. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, it's so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Send that offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, when you think about Arkansas, they've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
He's taking the shot. He's got it. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. And the Razorbacks will hustle to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Trying to seal the edge on the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down, you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Running to Green. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the RPO, complete. Still running at the 40. He's loose. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass, it's Knight. Catch in the middle, it's Watkins. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. There he goes. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Touchdown, Rebels. He would not be denied.
You become a really good football coach when you got guys like that you can hand it to. Look at him. Great tackles and shows you the speed to run away from the defense. Jesse, he is an absolute nightmare.
That's a great point, David. You don't have to scheme this guy up perfectly, which means you don't have to have everybody accounted for blocking, because he'll make them miss or he'll break tackles. And then you're right. Once you get into the open field, it's not just physical running, but how about the ability to hit the jets and take it the distance?
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then the defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to the ground game on the left.
Man, this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Leaves it with the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And the Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. Fires to the big fella. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
The Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Catch in the middle, it's Wiley. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Has to get there to move the sticks. Flying down the right side. Past the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Looking downfield, it's Knight. Scrambling away. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. Fitted in the window for the score.
Yeah, and you look for the big fellas down here in the red zone. You want to run the football, you want to be physical, and then you play action, and you got the big target. Throw it up to him. He does the rest with the soft hands and getting the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Four wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Rebels will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Let's talk for a second about Arkansas. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their...
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Give to the running back. Crosses headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Knight. It's complete to the right. Crosses the 30. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. And the Rebels want to move quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quarterback making checks. They'll go back to the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Washington. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game, they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Pocket breaking down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. The Razorbacks will punt it away on fourth down.
Third and long situation. They tried to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Razorbacks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
On the option. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Off the play fake. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Dropping back, it's Knight. They're working that left side. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
This tight end's a weapon because he can give you yak after the catch. You see him break that tackle? That was pretty impressive, showing off his athleticism.
Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Watkins. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll move the wide receiver. Going to the running game. Got enough for the first. Across the 25, he's got room. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
They'll run it to the right side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Rebels.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's Donald. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Send that offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Wiley. At the 40, there he goes. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Going to swing it on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Gives it on the option. Past the 45. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Makes the catch. It's Harrell. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And now on second down for this offense. To the air, it's Knight. Moving away from pressure. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
Oh, he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
High the chains now on second and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He'll pull it, and the ball squirted out. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
Ball security has to be at a premium. They're lucky that rolled out of bounds, and now that's set up fourth down. But, David, you know against this defense, they are coming and they want to create takeaways.
And as a defense, that's what you focus on week in, week out, trying to get that football, trying to punch it out. The biggest thing you have to do to create fumbles is everybody fly to the football. Unfortunately, that ball bounced out of bounds, but a nice job ripping it loose and causing the fumble.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the...
Now, Ole Miss.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Leaves it with the running back. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Motion from the wideout. They'll go right back to it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Back to throw, it's Knight. Finds the tight end. Turning it on! He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Here's the pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Really nice time. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most, late in the ball game? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On the option. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Third down. Offense trying to go option, seeing if they can outflank the defense by pitching it, but nothing there. Great penetration up front. The defense looked like they were ready for it, guys, and they're able to come away with a massive negative play.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He wants to change this route. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going over the top. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Defense might bring the house here. The give and tick, 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 tick. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. And the Razorbacks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Fires to the big fella. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st, an array of possibilities here. The Razorbacks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. We'll send the tight end in motion. Just a short pass to the tight end. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a 1st down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a heat. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
It doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened, and your defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
Quick completion on the out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The Rebels in the hurry up.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Quickly complete. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And obviously this offense wants to keep it up. Like, keep the pace going, get as many plays as possible. Maybe eke one more out here before the 2-minute timeout.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To throw, it's Knight. Quarterback moving. He's going to take off. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. He's got him. Still on his feet at the 45. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. Open space at the 25. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got him downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Back to throw, it's Knight. Quick strike complete. He will be stopped just inches away after the catch and run. So just over 90 seconds to go, and this game's probably going to come down to whether they can recover this onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Looking downfield on first down. Bringing the heat. Deep shot for the end zone. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Texas A&M is down, but they are not out of it. Not there at Kyle Field, one of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Miami. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. To the air, it's Knight. Quickly to the tight end. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. He'll try to take it back. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the
Let's go. This is how you make it interesting. Your defense has to come through, has to make the big play, and they do. Clock running out, you get the ball back to your offense. Way to force the issue, create the interception.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Using his feet to buy time. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
The bad news, he didn't get the first down there. The good news, though, he got out of bounds, stopped the clock. They still have one timeout. So there's a lot of time still in this 2-minute situation to march down the field and get a score.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Shoots it to the left. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Gets it out fast. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let it go. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Now, these are those situations as a defense, you know exactly what's coming. I'm going to play deep. The ball goes up in the air. If it's even close to a jump ball situation, I'm not trying to catch it. I'm batting the ball down, swatting it down, getting it to the ground so I don't get one of those miraculous tips and catches for a touchdown.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between